Honey, did y'all watch the verses last night? Baby, listen. That verses featuring Tank and Tyrese was a damn key. But was it only me? I feel like the mics weren't really working as good as they could have been working. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Tyrese's side was kind of low at times. And then Tank's side was a little off at times. I feel like his mic was low at times as well. And why the hell he brought Jay Valentine brother out there? And I'm thinking that's Jay Valentine daddy or something like that. Girl, I was like, what the hell? I'm like, damn, this man look like, Jay Valentine. Like he could be his dad. Then he said that's his brother. I said, oh shit. I'm so sorry. But baby, he really brought him out there to make fun of him. I believe Jay Valentine and his brother could have been in like a musical group at once upon a time, but the vocals are not vocaling like they used to. And it was pure embarrassment. I said, girl, what? Baby, me and the patrons, we had us a good kiki, okay? As we was watching and chatting about that show, okay? We had some fun times. But overall, it was a cute little verses. I'm more of a Tank girl. But don't get me wrong, I like Tyrese. I just connect more with Tank's music more than Tyrese's. But like, throwback Tyrese, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Baby, I think Tyrese felt embarrassed when he sat up there and was talking that shit about, okay, so first of all, Tank played Aaliyah's song. I think it was Can I Come Over or something like that. And then Tyrese said, oh, so you gonna play a song that don't nobody know shit about? He said, watch your mouth. Talking shit about Aaliyah, get your ass whooped, okay? He was like, I ain't talking about Aaliyah, I'm talking about you. I feel like after that, and Tyrese realizing how people could potentially take it, I don't know, his energy kind of shifted a little bit. I feel like he was a little embarrassed for saying that and that nobody else really caught what he was saying. I mean, it sounded like you was saying don't nobody know a Aaliyah song, but maybe he was saying don't nobody know or didn't nobody know that you wrote or you helped create that Aaliyah song. Maybe that's what it was, but I feel like that man felt shame, Tony, when he said that. The vibes kind of changed just a little bit. He was over there talking about that man's turtleneck. Tank made a song about Tyrese's turtleneck. First of all, the way at the end Tank kept doing, he did like 3 songs in a row, and one let Tyrese go was hilarious. And then when Tyrese finally was able to do his song, Tyrese said valet done pulled up or tell valet to pull up and I'm out this bitch, right? So he literally leaves the stage. Tank done brought his family out there. He about to serenade his wife and stuff. He's still over there on the mic. He asking where is Tyrese at? Where Tyrese at? And then he was like, how you gonna act like that? Okay, how you gonna up and leave us now? Okay, how you gonna act like that? And I'm hollering because he left his girl on the it ain't funny, but he left his girlfriend on the stage. I said, how you go up and leave her ass right there on the stage, baby? And eventually she did get up and leave and they found Tyrese. But Tyrese said that he went on to go and do the interviews because right afterwards they were supposed to be interviewing with Ebro. So he ready to go do the he ready to go do the interview. So he came back. Right. And I think they could have sung one more song or whatever, wrapped it up, and it was what it was. Jamie Foxx came out. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. That was good. LaToya Luckett came out. Child, I was surprised he brought Trey Songz. I said, Trey Songz? Girl, what? And the vocals was not really working for Trey either. I don't know if it was the mic. Again, it could have been the mic. Right? But it just wasn't. Y'all need to practice stream y'all stuff, okay? So that y'all can hear what the audio is sounding like, okay? Because I feel like this is the second verses where the mics just was not given. So let's get that together ultimately. But this was fun. I have to say, child, it made me go and do a video on when Omarion and Mario had their verses. So I went and I found that video because y'all know I try to watch it like every year because it's so fucking funny to me from Ray J, Pleasure P, Sammie, and then Bobby V opening up the show all the way down to Mario dragging the shit out of Omarion vocals leaving the damn building and shit, bitch. Okay, I had to go and put me a little video up because I was like, this verses is making me think about them. For me, and y'all let me know your favorite verses or at least the most funniest verses. Not your favorite, but the most funniest verses. For me, I would have to say that it was the funniest was Mario and Omarion. I think the verses that I may have liked the most may have been Escape and SWV. Yeah. I liked Brandy and Monica's. Theirs was good too, but I don't know. I think Monica liked it. I'm not Monica, but I feel like Brandy didn't feel like being there. Like her mood seemed to be like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, but all in all, I think it could have been escaping SWV for me that I could think of. Did Jackie Dash do a versus? I can't remember, but y'all let me know who had the funniest verses. Somebody got in the comments and said it was Teddy Riley and Babyface. Teddy Riley, that was a funny one, but for me, it's Mario and Omarion because I feel like Mario was punking the shit out of Omarion. It was sad. It was so sad to see. And that man ain't had no vocals, just performance. And the performance was extra as hell. But y'all let me know if y'all saw the Tank and the Tyrese, who you was rooting for, who you liked, child, who you didn't like, who you loving, who you want to be hugging. Let me know. Okay. Thank you. And as we speak on Ray J and Sammie, before I get to Sammie, I want y'all to hear what Ray J had to say. I want y'all to hear what Ray J had to say about this verses. Let me hop over here to Shade Room so we can all check it out together, see what he had to say about Tyrese in particular, which is crazy.
So, I ain't seen the whole verses, but I know Tyrese was trash. Tyrese was worse than I was on verses, and I could feel it. I could just feel the turtleneck and the anxiety in his voice and in his mood. Tyrese was trash. I think Tank won. And that's before I even finished watching it, but I can feel the anxiety and the insecurity in Tyrese's voice.
Wow.
And his look and his mannerism. Tyrese is completely trash. He always has been. I didn't just say it, The Rock said it as well. Even though he's from Watts, it's just, I think there's much more talent than people from Watts. That should have got a chance to drink the Coca-Cola bottle and experience love and life. I mean, this is a dude that that definitely cost Dr. Dre $300 million, and he just got his $1 billion back. And even though I'm crazy, and yeah, I'm nobody to be saying nothing about nobody on verses.
Right.
But Tyrese's verses was worse than mine. And I think that Brandy is his friend, so, it's all good, but I think Tyrese was trash tonight.
What's going on, honey?
Horrible and scary.
I thought, did he start off saying he didn't even really watch the damn verses, but he know that he was terrible? So did you watch it or did you not watch it? And are you trolling again? Because, out of Tank and Tyrese the only one that'll give you that online energy. What more do you want from me? What?
I know it was about celebration, but I think tonight it was about hesitation.
Oh.
And it was about rotation. It was about,
hesitation is crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't want to say nothing crazy, but Tyrese was trash. That definitely cost Dr. Dre $300 million, and he just got his $1 billion.
Crazy. Hey, man. This man is crazy.
Wish to have a fancy car. Wish to have $1 million bucks. Go. Well, I wish I know being in love. So feel me, pretty baby. I make one wish and I wish it all on you.
Girl, y'all gonna have to stop this shit today. Y'all gonna have to stop this today, baby. Ray J straight clown on that versus, baby. And I was here for it, okay? I was here for the foolery of it all. That's why I feel like Mario versus Omarion was one of the best verses because of everything that you got in that whole verses, from the opening acts down to both of them acting a fool. Listen, y'all might want to do a replay. Y'all should do like a rewatch along or something like that over there on Complex, honey, because that shit was crazy. Y'all know what else was crazy? Sammie and his baby mama. Yeah, those two were crazy. Let me pull this up. Let me see if I saved it all. Because his baby mom ended up coming out. I think she came out on Threads or something, like calling him out about not being a present father. And let me see if I have all of that. I think it may start right here. Okay. So she says, imagine your son being in the same city as you several times since birth, and you've only seen him once while he was in your city for a total of 3 hours, right? And haven't seen him in his city since 10 days after he had surgery at 7 weeks for less than 48 hours. Okay. So the conversation is the child being in the same city as Sammie, and Sammie not actively seeing his child. Okay. So that is the problem here. Let's get to the next part. All right. Now, as soon as this happened, it appears that documentation was sent out, like an immediate release says statements concerning recent false allegations regarding recording artist Sammie. In light of the recent statements and allegations circulating on social media, I have spoken with my client Sammie regarding these matters. Accordingly, he denies all of these allegations. While the claims being made do not accurately reflect the reality of the situation, Sammie remains focused on what matters most: his children and his continued presence in their lives. He is first and foremost a father, and he takes that responsibility seriously. Okay, out of respect for his family, he has chosen to not engage in public discourse regarding private matters. Well, I don't think that lasted long. However, it is important to note that he approaches fatherhood with care, intention, and consistency. Okay, so that is what was put out. Okay, I do believe more happened after that, right? And let me pause this. So Crystal Smith, okay, formerly the wife of Neo, his latest wife that he ended up divorcing. So she says that her and Sammie were really good friends. They went to school together or whatever the case was. And she's been knowing him since like elementary school. And so she puts up a video that obviously came from Sammie's home of the baby mom dropping the child off in the wee hours of the morning in the freezing cold. So let's get into that post, okay? This is her sitting the baby down. This is a Ring camera catching her. You could tell it's Ring camera based on how the footage, how it shot, and then also the fact that she reached up to ring the doorbell. And I have to say that because people were trying to say that this was like a recording from his phone. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's obvious it's a ring. It's a ring. Like, that's not even the issue at hand, guys. Right? So here we are. Drops the baby off and just goes. Okay, that's where Crystal leaves her statement about this young lady leaving the baby at Sammie's house overnight. All right. So then let's get into more. Sammie does do a video, right? So this is what he says in the comments. So he says, I love you, Crystal, in this life and the next. Under no circumstances is this okay. If I did this, I'd be crucified. God bless all. I'm speaking up all 2026. I never speak, but I'm a clear it, right? So this is what he's saying. Now, a lot of people start going in on Sammie saying, yo, postpartum depression, I have you do stuff like this or whatever. I don't know the ranges of depression. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but I definitely have experienced postpartum depression for myself, and I have not once thought about leaving my child outside in the freezing cold or just dropping them off and just walk. I for me have not. Okay, now I don't know her experience. I don't know what degree. I don't know where she was with it. I'm not putting blame on her or nothing. I'm just telling y'all what I have not done. Okay, that was not the mood for me, but I want to go into what she had to say.
Apparently my post caused a little uproar last night, I'm seeing, but yeah, at the end of the day, y'all know I don't really like to do the blog thing, but it's not about being a girl's girl. It's about being a parent first, and I'm a mom at the end of the day. And just because somebody don't want to be with you, don't mean your child have to suffer for it. Hell, look at my situation. Because I'm the last one to talk about a man being with you. But guess what? My kids ain't suffering for it. I still show up every day for my children. And there's so much other things I could say. Y'all don't even know what really be going on behind the scenes. I could have posted so much more, but I didn't. But I stand on what I said. I stand on how I feel. That's been my friend for many years. And to hear him in distress and going through it, yeah, I fell away. So, yeah, I wanted to come to his defense.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Crystal, not the baby mom. Correction.
Could I have done it differently? Probably, but I didn't. So it is what it is.
Crystal says so. Now what y'all was going to do? Nothing? Yikes. Now I do feel like Crystal, now girl, you could have just let them have their stuff. Like, let them, you know what I'm saying? Don't get in the middle of that. Just a little piece, like, let them handle their stuff. Don't get in it. Like, he had the post. He could have put it up. right? But I guess he wanted it to come from a woman because let him tell it, he would have got scrutinized, right? He did it. Okay. But let's get into more. This young lady did write a
Apparently my
long,
post
she did write a long post, but I wanted to get to another post that Sammie, let me see. Hopefully it pops up because I think I saved it, but I want to get into this post of what this young lady had to say. And child, is it long? So I may or may not read all of it. She says, I'll say this and leave it here. This is the baby mama. The video being circulated is from 2025 before the passing of his father and grandmother. Both Sammie and his father were aware I was on my way to bring legend. Sammie was present and watched from the door. Sammie, you know you have not been a consistent present father to your son. As I've always stated before, you chose to go on vacation the same day your 7-week-old son underwent surgery with the same person you expressed wished death on him. Oh, wow. And shared messages with me regarding her, speaking negatively about both me and your child. The narrative being pushed, she says, the narrative being pushed now is not the truth. It reflects a concern for image over responsibility. Outside of that night, you have not spent a single overnight with your son alone. He's now 5 months old. She says, you are aware of my postpartum condition. That night, I asked for just 1 hour of a break. Okay. She says, I contacted you multiple times before arriving, including using the call box to enter your gate community. I attempted to reach you directly by phone before anything ever reached the internet, and you did not respond. She says, I will no longer ask you to show up for your son. That decision is yours to live with. Okay. A lot of people I saw in the comments were saying that they felt like when the video first popped up, a lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, the postpartum depression. That's probably why she did that, right? And then some people came back and said they feel like that wasn't what was going on, and they felt like she leaned into the postpartum depression narrative because the other fans were giving her an out. So I don't know. Okay, because y'all may have experienced something like that, okay? Maybe. Okay. I just feel like if the baby is a newborn though, just a few weeks old, like even if I need a break, I'm gonna wait till you come to the door. I already talked to you. I already got through the gate. That means that you're aware that I'm here. So you're coming to the door. You had to let me into the damn gate for me to get in here. Right? So if I'm showing up to the door, I'll just wait so that I know that I handed my child safely over to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what that is. But everybody, try to be out here moving a little differently. Let me see if I could get the post where he commented on it. Here we are. This is what Sammie said, right? After certain things were put out, video was put out, okay? He says, that's why I be silent, tried to save her, tried to spare my son, but oops, so now the video is out. Then he says, I've seen my son in October, November, December, but January, my dad died, right? Saw him in February, although my grandmother passed away as well. He says, tired of saving people that's vile and only wanted the baby because they wanted me. Whew, yikes. I mean, she did kind of hint at that, like, And then she said, look at the situation she found herself in, because obviously a child is not going to keep no man at all, right? Some people feel like because your family members passed away, it is no room or no excuse to not show up for your child. And then some people feel like when you have those close connections of family members to pass away, then space for grief should be allowed. But I'm going to let you guys sound off on that down in the comments, okay? So y'all let me know whether or not you feel like that's a justifiable excuse as to why he didn't see his son in January because his father passed away, right? I mean, I would have thought he probably would want to see the child more considering the fact that your dad passed away, but I don't know. I haven't experienced that. I don't know. It probably was a lot of planning going on. I believe Sammie had to move his dad in with him and take care of his dad. So I don't know what kind of mental stuff that man had going on and continues to have going on at this time. And I don't know the mental things that this young woman has going on as well, right? Just based on what we see, y'all leave your thoughts and your comments, okay, on the matter at hand. And child, last thing, did y'all hear what Usher said about Diddy? Girl, the people ain't too happy with Usher, but I tell you one thing, Usher ain't going nowhere. That's why he said what he said, because he know y'all can't do shit. Yikes. Okay, Usher said that the type of Diddy that was represented, he don't know nothing about that. Okay, he learned a lot from Diddy. Let him tell it. He felt like Diddy was a cool guy, a good guy to him. Let him tell it. He said he feel like Diddy is being misrepresented, child. Usher, baby, I like you. But why? I just feel like you should have said, I have no words on that situation at hand. You know, I guess if he would have said, that's not my experience, but I won't elaborate further on that matter at hand. You know, he's not here to speak for himself type of thing. Like maybe he could have wiggled his way out of that conversation. Maybe, but then you told the people how you really feel and thank you because we know how you really feel. But it's like, why are you going to get that statement and act like we didn't watch Diddy stomp the shit out of Cassie? You cool? Why are you gonna get that statement as if it wasn't in the court document, someone reporting on the fact that Diddy punched her in the side of her stomach or something like that, while you amongst others sat at a damn table for an event? So you saying these stories were elaborated and made up? Or were you just speaking to the sexual things because that's what he was on trial for? Child, I don't know, but I just feel like Usher should have shut the hell up like he been shutting up. In all honesty, you know. But I guess, honey, y'all leave y'all thoughts on the situation at hand. I'm Jamie, that's me. I gotta go. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.